Hi, I'm Namita, a textile designer and an Indian craft enthusiast. And this is me finally giving in to something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Whenever there's even a casual conversation about fashion, fabrics, or clothing, I somehow end up jumping in. And not just jumping in with a lot of information. So here I am, trying to build a small community where we can talk about Indian crafts, their stories, their quirks, and everything that makes them so special. Because dare you, they are very special. But before we get into what I want to talk about, I want to start with why. Why talk about age old craft? Why talk about things that are fading or almost gone? And for that, I want to tell you a small story. I recently watched an episode of The Crown. In one of the scenes, the Prime Minister of England suggests cutting down royal expenses by removing certain roles, people who take care of royal swans, people who maintain cutlery, even someone whose job is just folding napkins in a particular way. Now, logically, these jobs seem unnecessary, outdated, expensive. But the Queen refuses because to her, these aren't just jobs, they are traditions, they are heritage, they are identity. And that really stayed with me. Because when I talk about Indian crafts, it's easy to explain to my co designers. We talk about sustainability, livelihoods, carbon footprints. But how do we explain it to someone outside this world? So here's the simplest answer I've come to. We preserve crafts because they give us identity. And identity is not a small thing. In fact, today, one of the biggest crises we face is a crisis of identity. We know what we consume, we know what we wear, but we are slowly forgetting where it all comes from and what it says about us. And that's exactly what I want to explore here. Through stories, through textiles, through the people behind them, I want to talk about why these crafts matter before they quietly disappear. Because I feel tradition is not in forceful chanting of some slogans or forcefully hoisting a particular flag in somebody's face. It's in remembering small things, like remembering the recipe of the churma laddu your grandmother used to feed you. These are traditions, and these are some things that we need to really preserve before they go totally extinct.